So I had a client reach out, and it's somebody I haven't seen for a long, long time. And since I've seen her, it looks like she's had a hysterectomy because of endometriosis, and it was a total hysterectomy with her ovaries removed. And she went to her gynecologist complaining about continued pain after having a hysterectomy. She was wondering if it could be the return of endometriosis tissue causing pain or something else. And her doctor said that it's phantom pain after having the hysterectomy. And she asked, is phantom pain real for this? And so I wanted to go ahead and do like a quick recording on what can cause pain after having a hysterectomy. And so, yes, in answer to your question, phantom pain is real. And phantom pain it's pain that is experienced in a limb or an organ after that organ or limb has been removed. And so it is a real thing, and it's probably coming from continued irritation from the nerve that was traveling to that organ or to that limb that continues to be irritated or traumatized from the surgery. So yes, phantom pain is real, but there are a lot of other things that can cause continued pelvic or abdominal pain after somebody's had a hysterectomy or other type of surgery. So I just wanted to kind of talk about briefly some of the other things that can cause pain after having a hysterectomy or any other pelvic or abdominal surgery. So one of the things that can happen if somebody's had endometriosis and they've had a hysterectomy and maybe they've had procedure to take out the endometrial tissue. That's called a debulking surgery. But one of the things that can happen is there can be a recurrence of endometriosis if 100% of that endometrial tissue wasn't removed. So it is possible to have a return of endometriosis after having a hysterectomy. Other things that can cause pain after hysterectomy can be something like adhesions that occur in where the surgery was done. And adhesions are like a connection of connective tissue that goes from one area that could be, like maybe on your colon or on your small intestine or your bladder to another area where there's not supposed to be a connection. So adhesions can cause pain and discomfort and issues after having any sort of an abdominal surgery as well. So adhesions, a return of endometriosis tissue, just pain from the abdominal wall. When the surgery occurred, there had to be some sort of opening created into the abdomen, and if that was a large scar, then you can develop things like a hernia in that area, or pain from where the stitches were, or pain from nerve tissue that may have been caught up in a stitch or something, or the cutting of a nerve tissue. So there can be actual pain just from the incisions that were made as part of your surgery. What else can there be? There can be a change in your anatomy of where your bladder sits and where your rectum sits after having a hysterectomy, since that uterus and the supporting ligaments are not present anymore. So, potentially discomfort from your bladder or rectum can be an issue. What else is there? It seems like there's probably a host of other things. But the things that you frequently would see after surgery would be things like adhesions or surgery site discomfort or hernias or adhesions inside, if I didn't say that. So anyway, so those are a few of the things that can cause pain and discomfort after surgery. And phantom pain is definitely one of those things that is possible. Now, I don't know for sure what the odds of each of those, what are the percentages with each of those causes of pain. But it's not unusual to have pain after surgery. So let me see. The other question she had was her doctor wanted to put her on estrogen. And so definitely if somebody has had a hysterectomy with their ovaries taken out, they are going to have a drop of estrogen, and replacing estrogen is going to be a good idea, most likely. If you've seen me or followed me at all in the past, you would know that estrogen is only one of several hormones that we lose after menopause, and specifically after having a hysterectomy. And those things are going to be estrogen, progesterone. We're going to lose testosterone, and all of them need to be replaced. And I don't agree with just doing estrogen by itself, because estrogen by itself is less effective than estrogen plus progesterone and testosterone. So you will have a better response if you correct all of your hormones, and you will have a better response if your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone are all balanced with each other. So if you had a choice between doing nothing, having no hormones, and doing estrogen by itself, definitely estrogen by itself is probably going to be better than no hormones at all. But ideally, you want to look at all of your hormones together: estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and cortisol, even your stress hormone, to make sure everything is in balance. And in ideal range. Each of those is in ideal range, and each of those is balanced with each other to get the best outcome long term, and the safest outcome long term. All right, that will be the end on this quick little video.